The summer 2025 anime season is over, and holy, it was a stacked one. There were so many shows going on, so much stuff that was worth watching. So now I think it's fine. Post that, it's basically done, and we can take a look at everything and really see what kind of shook out as the top dogs as well as the bottom dogs from this past season. So we're ranking everything here. We're not going to spend too much time on any one thing, but we got 12 different anime to get through to rank into this tier list. The tiers are pretty basic: S, A, B, C, and cheeks. If you're not a C tier anime, then you're cheeks, right? That makes sense. But yeah, let's just dive into this thing. We got a ton to get through in order. These are randomized to get this, but we start with To Be Hero X. It's a very exciting one to start with because this was a show that kind of, I don't want to say came out of nowhere for this season because it technically ran a double season, and that's something I have included here is just stuff that ran during the summer season. So some stuff is a double season when we got the first half. We'll just rate it based on its first half. We got some things that are running their second half during the summer season. We'll rate them based on the entire season in that case. And yeah, all that. So To Be Hero X was a double season. Really good show. I think it should be in the vote for anime of the year at this point. I can't quite give it S tier though. I'm going to give it A tier. S tier is like elite of the elite, but I think it's still really, really good for what it is. It told its story really well. It had so many different characters that all got a spotlight all within its first season. Action's phenomenal. They really did a good job with this one. I think it's a really, really cool way of telling a like hero-based society and story. It's really, really cool, really unique. I love it. We jump right into Takape's Original Sin. It's S tier, man. It is. It's my favorite thing I've watched this year, I think. It is not for the faint of heart. If you are if you are any kind of worried about being depressed or anything, this is not the show for you. This show will definitely test your ability to your emotional fortitude, that's for sure. But in being that, I think it's an S tier show. I think it's the best thing that's come out all year. Yaiba Samurai, moving on. Yaiba Samurai for me is really solid. This actually also impressed me when we see this sometimes, like these remakes of these really old shows that aren't like that popular anymore. Sometimes they just don't get the justice that they deserve. They don't get the quality, the treatment they deserve. But this is not one of those instances. This show, while being very, very, very Dragon Ball coded, they gave this show phenomenal animation. It looks so good. I almost want to put it A tier just because of the quality. I will put it high B tier though. Overall, it does feel very basic. It's a shonen from the 80s, right? Like I think that's when it's from originally. So it has a ton of those tropes. That being said, if you love that nostalgic vibe of like original Dragon Ball, and that it definitely has vibes of that, and obviously the main character is very Goku coded, and a lot of it doesn't feel super serious, but man, when it gets down to it, it looks so good. So if you haven't checked it out and you like that nostalgic feel, definitely check out Yaiba Samurai. Call of the Night Season 2. I want to be 100% honest on this list. I am not caught up on Season 2. I actually am watching Season 1 for the first time. It's something I had wanted to watch forever. And with Season 2 coming out and people being hyped for that, I've been wanting to catch up. I'm almost to the end of Season 1, but I'm not there yet. So I haven't seen Season 2. I think B feels right, but you know what I mean? I don't want to, correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I think B feels right for me right now with what I've seen from Season 1. Obviously, that might change once I actually see Season 2. But, just keep in mind, this is coming from, I haven't seen it yet, but this is just off of Season 1. But it deserves being mentioned here, and a lot of people are a big fan of Call of the Night. I feel like it could be an even bigger anime if it wasn't on High Dive. Yikes. Gachiakuta's next on this list. This is running a double season. We've only seen the first half of Season 1, and I think this is like the most clear and obvious B tier to me. Here's the thing with Gachiakuta, and maybe I'm a little divisive on this. The setting, very cool. The aesthetic of the characters, the character designs, very, very cool. All of that is cool, and we've even gotten like some solid character development out the gate, like just solid characters throughout so far. That being said, this is like an action shonen, manga that in anime form, we've gotten one real fight basically in all of season one, and that looks solid. But even that isn't like it's even not like super super high quality animation in my opinion. I think the style is pulling the show so far more so than the actual like animation. And animation is not everything, but if you are an action based shonen, animation is more important to you than it is to something like Call of the Night, something like Takape's Original Sin, and Takape's has better animation than Gachiakuta anyway. So like it's a weird one. It's a weird one for me to rank. I still am enjoying it so far. It's just it hasn't hooked me yet, and I don't think it deserves to be down in C tier necessarily, but B tier feels about right. Kaiju number 8. Another disclaimer: I have not watched season 2. I've heard it's like getting a little better at the back half of season 2, but season 1 really didn't hook me much. The show, the characters and like character designs in this show are like dreadfully drab. Like they're not really pulling me in. Maybe it's unfair because maybe there'll be some Kaiju number 8 fans. This is a C tier to me. I couldn't even get through the first season. It really was not interesting to me at all. The power system is like one of the worst power systems I've seen in a while, I feel like. Maybe that's divisive, but yeah, Kaiju number 8 to me. Maybe this is one of my hot takes, but not a show that that impressed me at all. Again, this is supposed to be for summer, but again, I still want to include these on this list just because they deserve to be here, but I can't rank them any higher. The Summer Hikaru died, very cool show. Started so hot, could have ended up in A tier for me, but I think it's going to be B tier. And I think this is probably what you expect from most things. Like if these are supposed to be the better shows of the season, you're probably the most stuff in B tier, solid. Unfortunately, it feels like the show, not that it's bad at all, it just feels like the show has kind of slowed down a little bit post those first couple episodes where those first couple episodes were like really, really good. Now the show's been more just solid since then, but, not bad at all. Fragrant Flower Blooms, I am only a couple episodes in so far. I'm going to give this B tier as well. I can't quite push it up into A tier. And maybe this is me. This is my list, of course. But when it comes to romance anime, I need a little more something than just happy stuff all the time. And maybe there is some worse, like it does get more complex down the line. But at least out the gate for me, it is very just like, girl has a crush on the guy has a crush on the girl. Then it's just kind of happy. Give me a little Toradora, has a little more oomph going on for it. Give me even a My Dress Up Darling. We'll get to that in a sec, but like just has a little more oomph to it. I don't dislike it. I think it's a higher level romance anime, which is not even my cup of tea regardless. But if I am going to enjoy something, it needs to have a little more oomph to it. I thought it was solid, but like it doesn't, I'm not sure it has like that oomph that I feel like a romance anime needs to kind of hook me personally. My Dress Up Darling, I think it's an A tier show. Legitimately, this season was so good. I can't believe that the animation is like as solid as it is, and most time they don't even need it because it's again a romance based anime. But there are just parts of this show that are just like animated, like better than Gachiakuta. Like it's crazy. It's I don't know why they do it, but they didn't have to, but it all does is just raise the quality of the show. This season also introduced multiple other like good characters, in my opinion, like for the show. I enjoyed it a lot. And also they reeled back a little bit on the fan service in season 2, which I actually really appreciate. It could really take you out of it when it's just dropped in there right in your face. So I'm big on that. My Dress Up Darling season 2, I think, is an A tier show this season. Dondon. Dondon's S tier, man. This season was phenomenal. This season just, I don't know, animation-wise was incredible. The characters that have kind of come along, Gigi, and we get Quinta, the new character shown off here. We get more development of Okarun and Momo's relationship, stuff like that. It was really a blast. I think this show is like really in that top 5 sphere of like best currently airing anime right now, and that's going to get you into S tier. It really is. Sakamoto Days, Sakamoto Days is C tier, man. It's fun, and there is some more. I thought season or 2. Sakamoto Days is weird. This is technically like a part 2 to season 1 kind of thing. Call it whatever you want. This 12 episodes that just finished airing. The show is more fun in this part than it was in the first part, in my opinion. That being said, the show is still like barely animated, and like even to a more intense degree than Gachiakuta, as much as you are a shonen action series. There is action in every episode. There was like so little animation. We got JPEGs being slid, kind of stuff. It's maybe, and they stylize it up a little bit, but man, characters are just not moving in this show. And if the animation was like really good, this show could have been significantly better to watch. I still don't like. I like. There's still a part of me that's like, I'm still enjoying it, but it's not. It's not great. It's not stellar. So it is what it is. And then lastly, we have Togenanki. Could not keep watching this one. Holy, this is our cheeks of the season. This show is unabashedly unafraid to just completely rip off other shonen, other absolutely massive famous shonen. It's one thing to give homage to, or take elements of other shows. It is different when you are just every episode just showing multiple things that are just the most clear rip off. It's almost in a funny way. So like this is one of those things where like, you watch like a bad horror movie because like you can have fun watching something and laughing at how bad something is. This is that show of this season. Like it is just it almost feels like a parody without being a parody. Like One Punch Man is like a high quality parody, whereas like Togenanki is like a low quality parody, but still has reasons to watch and laugh at it. But as an anime, it's cheeks, straight up cheeks. So it's definitely going to be in the cheeks tier for me. And that takes us to the rest. This is our summer 2025 season. I thought it was a really solid season. I mean, just look, the volume speaks for itself, man. The volume is insane. Next season has nowhere near as much volume. There'll still be some exciting things. We'll see what we end up doing if it'll be worth doing a tier list at the end of that. But here's my list. These are obviously my rankings. Feel free to let me know how you agree or disagree on any of these shows down in the comment section below. But I'm out of here for today. Thank you so much for watching as always, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.